Oh, I didn't comb my hair.
말할 거 없어. 뭐야? 마이크.
Hai Rinka.
Hello, Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.
I'm just making coffee, but I'm here. Should we let them into the room?
Sure.
Malak. Don't know.
Okay, I think so.
I mean, it's already 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so maybe we may ask them to call their friends to join
Yeah.
if they are missing.
Whoa. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Eid Mubarak. For those who already arrived to the room, can you message your teammates to join? This session is for everyone.
Good afternoon, Linka.
Hi, Chandra. How are you? So happy to hear you.
See you.
Wow.
Oh,
We have a Silos account that has like 5 people in front of the camera.
damn.
Hello, hello. Hi, Fresh. Sawadika.
Hi. Hi
Wow.
from India.
Hello, hello. Namaste.
Namaste.
Well, are you from the same family or from the same classroom?
We are having a meeting.
We are from the same team.
Yeah.
Oh,
From the
wow.
same team.
Whoa. So
We are
cool.
team small.
Nice.
Damn, a lot of people.
Cool. Yes, for those who just arrived, if you want to send a reminder to your teammates, you can do that now. And let's just give all of us a few minutes to arrive and settle in. If you want, make yourself a cup of nice coffee, tea, grab some cookies and snacks. Yes, we will start just in just few minutes. Let me see if I can play some background music while we're waiting for everyone. What kind of music do you want, K7? Should we play Korean pop songs?
Can just play Korean pop song.
Not any. Do you know any? I mean, let's just play Korean pops, K-pop, and then see what shows up on YouTube.
Can.
Let me know if you can hear it. If you can. Can you hear?
Oh, why this song though?
Just tell me what you're waiting for. Baby, I've been waiting for. You wanna start with baby. If I'm drunk and wasted, tell me what you're waiting for. Baby, you already know just how I feel about why you got me doctor? Tell me who you waiting for? What you waiting for? 내가 아니라면 싶어지잖아. Miss you right. 앞에 있는데 내 눈이 돌아가. 생각해봐, 대답해봐. 어쩔 거야.
Okay, I will play the song by IU. Is it called BB? Is it one of it? Is it correct?
Balance. It's me, 나예요, 다를 거 없이. 요즘은 뭔가요, 내 곁에 탐색하는 불빛.
Okay, cool. We have someone is happy with the playlist.
Yeah.
기분을 알 수 없는 그 표정은 뭐람 내가 떨어진 거 아마 스트레스 때문인가 걱정 여자처럼 Yellow CARD 위선 넘으면 침범이야 babe 매너는 여기까지 is my Please skip the la Hellos to be ID 위선 넘으면 정색이야 babe Stop it 거리 유지해 cause we don't no Come on we don't I don't care 당신의 비밀이 뭔지 전부 다 있어준 없이 청춘이 사양할 때요 Not my business 이대로 좋아요 Talk less Still me 너의 연을 날 거 없이 I'm sure you're gonna see my gosh 바빠지는 눈빛 Checking 매일 틀린 그림 찾기 hashtag 꿋꿋하게 걷다가 삐끗 넘어질라 다들 수군대는 걸 자기는 몰라 여기서 말이 반개를 어울린다나 문제야 자구처럼 Yellow CARD 위선 넘으면 침범이야 babe 매너는 여기까지 is my Please get the la Hellos to be ID Cause I'm 넘으면 정색이야 babe Stop it 거리 유지해 cause we don't no Come on we don't anything 편하게 하지 마 Hey 아직 너를 걸려 내 곁을 너만 높아 깜빡이 켜 교양이 없어 knock 도성대 안에 block 잘 모르겠으면 이제 좀 나와 babe Repeat 참 쉽지 right Yellow CARD 위선 넘으면 침범이야 babe 매너는 여기까지 is my Please get the la Hellos to be ID 위선 넘으면 정색이야 babe Stop it 거리 유지해 cause we don't no Come on we don't anything
Yay, cool. Okay. Are you happy with the song? Hope you enjoy it. All right.
Give it a thumbs up if you're happy.
Yeah, give a thumbs up. So before we start, can I ask everyone to change your name from your mother tongue to English, or at least the pronunciation, so we make sure that every one of us knows how to call each other. For example, I really want to know some of you whose name is Korean but I can't read. I really hope to be able to read your name. So yeah, it'd be really helpful. And someone also, some of you also name your name, make your name with numbers. I'm not sure why, but if you can also change your name to English pronunciation would be fantastic. So yes, K7 wants to remind Japanese delegates in Japan. don't know how to. Oh, I think I can try. Namai o ego ji de yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Yes, yes.
Yay. All right. So Dinglong, do you want to start?
Please go ahead, Linka.
Okay, cool. So yay, welcome everyone for joining this session together with us. We're going to spend 4 hours today, and also today is 1st of August. It's also the first day of the second half of 2020, and we're spending these days together. Woo! Cannot find a better way to start the second half of 2020, right? Remember what we discussed last time, apart from just getting to know what is this program about. We also learn about how to be grateful and appreciate this opportunity where we have so many people from different parts of the world spend time together and learn together. So today we're going to talk about SDGs and entrepreneurship. So it will be divided into 2 parts. And with that, for the first session, we have our very special facilitator, K7, who is going to lead and guide us through the introduction of SDGs. So I'm just gonna give him the floor right now. So yes, K7, please take it away.
All right, wait, let me share my screen. Okay, everyone can see it? All right. So, hey guys, it's nice to meet you today. Welcome to the pre-sessions, and on behalf of the Movers program, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. It is our privilege to have you guys with us today. So yeah, right. So basically, this is the agenda for the whole workshop. It is about 4 hours. It's going to be long. So we'll start off with a brief introduction from both our side and yours, and then going into the introduction of the SDGs and our, as known as social development goals. Next, we will be going to the orientation of the entrepreneurship, and finally the wrap up. I'm K7, and I'll be your facilitator for this SDG session. I'll be covering up the fundamentals of SDGs. Why is it important, and how it impacts your life and your environment. The next session, the orientation to entrepreneurship, will be conducted by my co-facilitator, the awesome Tanzi, who is not here yet because of her internet connection. She'll be connecting in another 30 minutes or soon. She'll explain the concept of entrepreneurship. So just a slight reminder, we're going to keep this whole session a non-judging session. Be open-minded, listen with attention, share with intention, speak your mind or forever hold your peace. Write up in the chats, ask questions if you have any. You can use the thumbs up. Am I connected? All right, you could use the thumbs up, the clapping reaction button down below. Show your support to whomever you want. Just trust your process. Trust us facilitators. Have fun, make new friends, and enjoy. Yeah, great. Now we just go on with the rounds of introductions. All right. So just to get to know each other, just type it in the chat box of what's your name, how do you feel right now? Do you feel excited? Do you feel sad? Do you feel sleepy? Do you feel hungry? What do you hope to learn from our SDGs and entrepreneurship workshop? And in 3 words, how would your family and your friends describe you? Describe you. So, oh yeah, speaking about introductions, I forgot to briefly introduce myself. My name is K7 Velu. You can call me Kaay. I'm half Chinese, half Indian, born in Malaysia, And I'm a recent graduate from IT graduate from Japan. I've started as a social entrepreneur, but now as someone who mentors young people to become entrepreneurs. What else? Yeah, people describe me as a chill, cool grandpa because despite being young, my conversations tend to be deep and philosophical. I like 10 p.m. chats. If you want, you can connect with me through Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Yeah, yes, I'm more or less a very mixed person with a very multicultural background. Fun fact, I speak 7 languages. So yeah, what else? So yeah, I've been a part of the Movers program as a fellow for about 3 to 4 months. What we do as a part of the Movers program is to mobilize youth across the Asia Pacific to raise awareness about SDGs and develop entrepreneurial mindset. How, yeah, I do have Thai ancestor background. How, by organizing and facilitating movers workshop in their own communities, through this program, you have the chance to connect with great people from around the world. You'll get more insights to the entrepreneurial world, such as creative thinking, problem solving, storytelling, and techniques to host workshops and webinars effectively and other benefits. So if you want to be like me and join the Movers family, details will be provided at the end of today's workshop. Yeah, so let me unshare this. Oh, hi, Daniel from Malaysia. Apa kabar? All right. So we can just start with the session. So we just start with what I would call energizer. So simple questions, use the thumbs up button. Hi, Tanzi. Tanzi's in the chat. Okay, use the thumbs up button for every of your answers. So how many of you, I would like to know that, how many of you, oh, God. All right, so how many of you consider yourself as an expert? Use the thumbs up button as an expert for any single situation. Not that much, okay. All right, the same situation, how many of you consider yourself as an activist in social situations, in environmental situations? Thumbs up again. Great. More or less a few, not really much. And also, the last question, how many of you would like to make the world a better place? Thumbs up. Great, more reactions for everyone. Okay, so good news is that you don't really need to be an activist nor an expert to make the world a better place. To make the world a better place, I believe that people like you and me, plus SDGs, would change things up. So let me reshare my screen. All right, we're going to jump into this straight. So I'm sure that most of you are familiar with SDGs, maybe, I guess. Share in the chat box of what you know about SDGs and we'll compare them. So I'm just copying the question, I'm just typing it. So feel free to go all you want. What do you know about SDGs? Any random information? I'll wait. All right, Palis. Great, great. I see a lot of 17s. 17 of them are solved together. Yes, Palis. Troy, 17, achieved by 2030. So Sujita, you're sending me privately. But I'll read your message. International goals designed to push up people and regions in need. Great. No one left behind. Great. The dream. Wow, deep. GSIIC, 17 goals. Wow. Kathleen, Malaysia, 17 goals for, okay, nice. So basically, I've seen a lot of 17 goals. That is the main aspect of it. You can just feel free to continue putting in your answers. Various pieces of the puzzles, leave no one behind. International goals, achieve equality, that's one of it. Started as a campaign to overcome climate change. Chesley, nice, nice. Goals of the world, great. Okay, I'll continue with the session. So to understand sustainable development goals, first we need to understand what sustainable development is. So by one definition we like to use is that sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. The keyword here being without compromising. So in other words, sustainable development is about preserving our planet and our people while ensuring prosperity for years to come. Going on, next, okay. So sustainable development is usually viewed through a lens of three core elements of pillars: people, planet, prosperity, or as known as social progress, environmental progress, and economic development. But it is most important to remember that these are just not categories of just they're solo boxes, they're individual boxes. They are all interconnected and have similar aspects, characteristics in common. An example that I can give you is that the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, where it is not only caused by the poor hygiene practices, but it also could be influenced by poverty or indirectly by climate change, as climate change alters how we relate to each other on the earth, every single species on the earth. So before SDGs, prior to SDGs, there were MDGs, Millennium Development Goals, adopted by the UN, United Nations, in the year 2000. So what I would like to go, wow, Ray is pretty sharp, okay. So what I would like to do is that I would like to paint a picture, a little bit of a picture of how MDGs are quite different. Sorry? Colleen, you raise your hand. All right, I'll just go ahead. Okay, sorry, back again. So I would like to do is that I would like to prove how MDGs are quite different from the SDGs, even though they are three acronym letters that sound pretty similar to each other. So first and foremost, the Millennium Development Goals were an agenda focused on what we still call the developing countries. In the year 2000, leaders from 189 countries come together at the UN to shape a broad vision to fight poverty in many dimensions, thus coming up with the Millennium Development Goals. The MDGs consist of 8 goals to reach by 2015, such as achieve universal primary education or reduce child mortality. So the big question is, were the Millennium Development Goals a success? I would say yes, in a way. It helped elevate millions of people out of poverty. From the data itself, the number of people that live on $1.25 per day has dropped more than half. The number of primary school age children who initially don't go to school are down by almost half. The world is more connected by technology, where the global internet penetration has increased from 6% from 2000 to a 43% to 2000 by 2015. But as much progress that were being made together, there was still a lot of things to do. There was still a lot of things to do. Over 800 million people are still living on less than $1.25 per day. 1 in 9 people in our planet goes to sleep hungry every night. 1 in 6 adults are illiterate, and 2/3 of those women are, just a quick note, please stay muted if you're not speaking. Thank you very much. 1 in 6 adults are illiterate, and 2/3 of them are women. What else? Ongoing deforestation, increased acidity in the ocean, and the list goes on and on. And yes, there was still a lot of things to do. So in September 2015, leaders from 193 countries came together once again to agree on a new set of goals to finish the goals we started in the year 2000. The goals, as you know it, are called Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, to be achieved by the year 2030, 10 years from now. So speaking about difference, an obvious difference I would like to point out is that the indicator coverage of MDGs aren't exactly substantive. The goals weren't, universal. So they were centered on a specific set of 8 goals, 21 targets, and 60 indicators. The SDGs are way broader with 17 goals. Plus 1 if you're from Cambodia, 69 targets, and 230 indicators. This gives us a chance to understand our impact at a deeper level as an organization, as a community, and as a country. Other difference also, unlike MDGs, where it is really about looking one direction and trying to help the developing countries, the SDGs are a universal agenda. They are both domestic and international in nature. Like one of the principles, like someone mentioned earlier, leave no one behind, which we will discuss later. These goals require us to think internally about how our organization, about our own community, and about our own country, as well as helping us think through our meaningful engagement with countries around the whole world. So on your screen right now are the said SDGs. As the SDG framework covers from no poverty, zero hunger, to gender equality, responsible consumption and production, actions against climate change, and partnership. So for our next session, we're going to proceed to send you guys to breakout rooms for discussion. Talk about the social issues, social environmental issues that you care about, and which SDGs they're related to. Let me put it in the chat. All right, so the questions are in the chats already. Tanti, is the room ready? In-law? Anyone?
Yes, a few seconds.
All right, we'll just wait a few seconds.
Oh yeah, I can think about the questions in the meantime.
Yeah, you can just go ahead, think about the questions, think deeply, meditate if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, so you will be sent now in rooms of 4 or 5 people. So same thing as on Wednesday.
All right, have fun, you guys, and we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Hi everyone. Did you see the breakout room button? Hi Yujung, Muhammad. 5595186. Shin, Jin, Andre, Keval, can you hear me?
Oh, hello, I see everyone's, not everyone, majority of you are. 25 people are back. Hi, Tanzi.
Hi. Sorry, my internet was acting up suddenly.
It's okay. Now we're done with a few more minutes for the breakout room sessions to end. Welcome back, guys. I like connotations behind there, Winnie the Pooh. Else. I'll be back in a sec. Nice, nice. A lot of people are back. How was it? It was fantastic.
Great.
$58. We'll just wait a bit more. Exchange so many possibilities. Nice, nice. Exciting. All right, all right. How many students were there in the total? Okay, I guess a lot of people are coming back right now. We just wait a couple of moments, seconds. All right. Okay. Well, just gonna start the sessions again. So, welcome back. How was the breakout rooms? So, if you like it, just give it a thumbs up. If you feel inspired, just give it a clap. Nice, nice. Okay. So, does anyone wants to share what you guys discussed in the sessions? Let me share my screen. So basically, it's just a sharing session. There's no right or wrong answers. It's just about learning from each other. So yeah, anyone you can raise your hand. You can unmute yourself. You can just start speaking, or you can just leave a comment in the chat box. Elijah said it's nice to meet people from other regions. Okay, Niyamat, you want to go?
Thank you, Kesavan. This is Samad and I'm from Bangladesh, the Peacemaker Studio. There I'm working as a business development officer. So it was fantastic. I think I got 3 of my friends from Japan and Korea, and we shared so many problems in our country related to SDG, and we are working and about the, we are actually sharing our issues we care about. And when I was actually hearing from them, I got some new perceptions regarding SDG, how they're actually implementing. And I also shared about how we are actually implementing our strategy. So it was very nice, I think. Thank you.
Nice, nice, nice. Anyone else want to go? Take this time to speak. You don't really have to be shy. If you're shy, just read the comments from your side. Yes, Sujita, you want to go?
Yeah, thank you. My name is So from Japan. I had an interesting chat about SDGs and how can we improve this situation. And I actually have conversation with the guy from Cameroon and the girl from Cambodia. And yeah, most of us talk about educations, and we have some concerning in education. How can we provide the quality education with our children equally? And yeah, that was very interesting, and thank you for giving the opportunity to us. Yeah, thank you.
Nice, nice. Anyone else you want to share? Okay, Chandra, you can go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Chandra Tripura. I'm from the Chittagong Hill Tracts of Bangladesh. We were 4 in our break room meeting, and we couldn't hear 1 actually, 2 actually. And yeah, but we had the chat, and the conversation was quite good. And most of our SDGs that we care about was quite similar. We talked about gender equality. We talked about the education, and most of our the issues we care about was about youth and children, and the gender, of course, women equality and women empowerment. And the SDGs we talked about was also about the climate action and the number 17 partnerships. Yeah, that's all.
Great, great. And yeah, Eliana, if I'm pronouncing correctly, Eliana representing Y4MH. You can just unmute yourself and read your comment. It's quite nice if you want. Eliana, you're there? All right, I just read her comment. So she says, good afternoon, everyone. Eliana representing Y4MH, youth. Oh, so sorry, dogs are barking. It's okay. If I'm looking above, there's another screen behind me, so don't mind my chin. A youth-led mental health organization in Philippines. Happy to be spending first day of the month of youth participation with all of you. Excited to learn how we can forge partnerships to realize SDGs, bridge the gaps, breakout sessions. She was grouped with a teammate, a participant from India. Hi, Jenny. Shout out to Jenny. And we look forward to working together for the intersectionality of mental health and the issues she wants to work with. Great. So I guess I can just go for my side. So personally, I find myself swinging towards SDGs 1 and 10, focusing on incorporating technologies with agriculture to mitigate the poverty among the farmers and reduce inequalities in them. So my past research has been focused on the agriculture sector, and I find it quite funny actually, because agriculture sector is one of the biggest contributors in economy in some countries such as Malaysia, and to an extent for Japan too. But farmers are still considered as one of the poorest people. So I swing towards that side. So yeah, thank you everyone who shared their comments. Now that you've learned more or less about the SDGs, we can just jump in to the 5 principles. So one of these 5 principles, so SDGs are guided by 5 principles, namely, this is so hard to pronounce, universality, nice, universality, leaving no one behind, inclusiveness, multi-stakeholder partnerships, and integratedness. So what it means by universality is the agenda is applicable in all countries, in all contexts, and at all times. Leaving no one behind, as you mentioned earlier, is that the agenda seeks to benefit all people, meaning leaving no one behind. We can always compare that. The people, for example, the people in Japan are considered up there in SDGs. They have tackled a lot, but the definition for leaving no one behind is that even those who are marginalized or neglected, if you're not doing anything about that, you literally are, didn't reach the standards to achieving those SDGs. Inclusiveness, the agenda calls for participation of all segments of society. Multi-stakeholder partnerships, all stakeholders are needed to reach the goals. And integratedness, the goals are all interconnected with each other. We cannot aim with just achieving one goal. We must achieve them all. In the case of, we got a question from Niamat, in the case of universality, how about the influence of emergency situations in a country? Emergency situations in a country. I'll get back after this. It's quite hard to answer that. Well, let me go back to you again. SDG 17. So on top of the three core elements we mentioned earlier, the people, the planet, and prosperity we mentioned earlier, two critical dimensions that will drive Agenda 2030 were adopted, namely partnerships and peace. So partnerships strengthen the capacities of all stakeholders together, while peace, justice, and institution are more important for the improvements of the three core elements or pillars. The genuine sustainability, though it's not written on the screen, sits right at the center, and it will be essential to consider each of these SDGs through the lens of these five dimensions. So, so here's another way of viewing the elements and the distribution for each SDGs, for each piece. The piece we mentioned earlier is like planet, people, prosperity, peace, and partnership. So you could see that peace and partnership have their own SDGs. So what we're going to do right now is that we're going to send you guys again to the breakout rooms, and what you need to do is discuss the following questions. The first being, what are some actions you have done in your life to address the SDGs issue? Think of it as, what have you done to address the situations that you cared about earlier, and what are the things that you would like to do in the future to address SDGs regarding anything, including the things that you care about in the discussion earlier. Just going to copy paste in the chats the questions. Nice, I already pasted the questions there, and I guess fine. Are the rooms ready? Tanzi?
Yes, the rooms are ready.
All right. So this is more or less a 20-minute session. I'll hop into any random rooms to join you guys, and yeah, have fun learning, and good luck.
Have fun.
Mr. K7.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. Did you get the breakout rooms?
Sorry, I want to some questions.
Sure.
So is it okay?
Sure.
So, Mr. Kesar, my name is Khan, and I want to know what is the SDGs. So, I want to know about the SDGs because I don't understand what is this.
Oh, SDGs. Social Development Goals.
SDGs.
No, it is Social Development Goals.
Social Development Goals.
Yes, the
Because
acronyms.
last time I go to breakout room, so there is this, some friends. I achieve these goals. I want to achieve these goals. I want to achieve these goals. So I want to know what goals, what is the means of these goals, and how can I choose, and how can I decide these goals I can do.
All right. Just give me a second. Pauline, did you get the request to go for a breakout room?
Pardon?
Did you get a request to go to the breakout room?
No, particularly. I just joined the group. I just want to exchange with you about your opinion on SDGs.
All right. Wait. There's a session later. You can just voice out your opinions. I'll go back to Khan first. So SDGs, like I mentioned just now, is this. Can you see on your screen?
So can I cancel the breakout room now this time and join next
Cancel
time?
the breakout rooms. I think it's better if you join the breakout rooms right now. You can just ask your groups first, and then you come back later and share.
Okay. So
right,
you understand what I want?
Basically, you don't really understand the concept of SDGs.
Yes, of
and
course.
How would you choose? Okay,
So,
you join the breakout rooms first, and I come back.
Okay, thank you. So we will be back.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so when we are.
All right, go ahead.
So I saw my English is not good.
It's okay. It's okay.
And I'm from Cameroon in Central Africa. Yes, this is my first time to participate to API. So I'm very excited and honored because my team is the first in Africa, is the first and only in Africa for this session. And
nice.
I'm very happy, and I would like to learn more about you, about the team that we exchange the long of this adventure. So I want you to help me to know more about SDGs because I don't really know if my country is concerned about that because Africa is used to be more the victims of pollution, of other dirty of industries. So I don't know what is the best way to use to to fight against this problem.
So to just refresh you, the term SDGs is actually what that you plan to tackle. So if you're going to say that you want to tackle poverty, and hence SDGs 1 will be your main focus. And each and every single SDGs, I'll send you a link later in the group chats later. They will explain in detail about what what you should do and everything. And there is a link. I think it covers up about all in the country, which I will cover up later. It's like a country by country basis of what countries has achieved these SDGs, um, and all of these issues, and they have like indicators of what you should do and how would you track to see if the problem is already solved. I think I'll come back to you later.
Okay.
With I'll cover up later in the chat in the speech in my presentation, but I'll send you the links and then you can just refer them.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
So
thank you.
since you have time right now, I suggest you join the chats and the breakout rooms.
Okay. Okay.
All right. See you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pauline? Pauline?
Okay, simple. Okay. Yes. So, like I said before,
Nobody is talking. They're always there.
Hi, are we back too early?
Nope, you can just chill with me.
All right, cool.
Still here. How are you guys? Hi, Ray. How's the dogs? See, everyone's, oh yeah, everyone's back. Nice, nice. Sorry, I was taking a coffee. So how are you guys? How's everything? How's the breakout rooms? Again, oh, nice. I see a lot of thumbs up. I see a lot of happy faces. Huh? Is it fun? Nice, nice. All right.
Good. And Mr. Kenny Ararasa, Mr. Kenny Ararasa, it's really great to meet me, and he's explained me some what is the
SDGs.
That yes, sorry. So he's explained me good. I feel good.
Nice, nice to hear that. Yeah, it's more or less learning about from each other. So I see that everyone's back. God, 102 participants. You people are a lot. So basically now it's like a sharing session. So anyone wants to go ahead and share what you've discussed in the rooms. You can just unmute yourself or just raise your hand or just leave in the comments. Yes, Kahong Lee. You may go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kahong from Korea, and our session talked about like veganism, and we thought that we all agreed that it's very related to the economics and environment and climate change, every SDGs. So I think that was a meaningful point in our discussion.
Is it what you have done or what you plan to do?
Oh, like it was the answer for the number 2. Sorry.
All right, got it. So could you share anything you have done for veganism? If you have done anything.
We've all tried to be a vegan in Korea, but we found out it's very hard to live as a vegan because like there aren't many options prepared for vegans yet in Korea, and like Korean barbecue is so good, so like it's so hard to be vegan.
Yeah. Simple words, temptation. Yeah, it really needs commitment for veganism.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, anyone else would like to go?
Thank you.
I learned something interesting as well. One of our group mates were also, she's living in Korea, but she was originally from Taiwan. And she mentioned how there's such a drastic difference in the attitude for people to bring in their own straws to cafes back home versus in Korea, and how the big corporations like Starbucks also cater for that demand of the community. So in Taiwan, they don't serve straws, but in Korea they do. So it was very interesting for me, like how a local culture can define how big corporations treat them as well.
True. Depends though. The conversation will be like, do you really need straws when you can just sip from the cup? And some conversations went on to be like, I've discussed this with some of my friends of why do they need straws, and some of them gave the answers such as, when girls they wear lipstick, they don't really want to they don't really want to ruin their lipstick, so that's why they prefer straws. This is just one of my friends saying, but I don't know. I don't really know because everyone has their own intention of,
Sounds
their own purpose.
sounds like hand waving to me.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, anyone else want to share? All right, Chandra, go ahead.
Hi again. In our group, Minju, Casey, and I were in the break in the room 19. So we actually shared on the questions, and Minju was sharing about how she relates the SDGs, especially on the goal number 17 that we've been working with, and also
Yes, are you still there?
shared that you would like to work on the goal. Casey was actually sharing about her experience and how she has started care whenever she goes outside, and so she doesn't need to get a plastic bag that actually cover the SDG goal number 13 as well. And she has been working on ensuring quality education, and should love to work on that, including the ensuring quality education and the climate action, and should also like to work on goal number 15 on life on land in future. And for me, it's been 10 years. I have been working as indigenous human rights defender in Chittagong in Bangladesh. So for me, from my human rights defender journey, I have been working on my works actually relate on the goal number 15, life on land, goal number 16, peace and justice, and goal number 17, of course, and that also relates gender equality. Apart from these, if I talk about my entrepreneurship journey that I started from since 2017, from our commencement year, we have been working ensuring quality education, especially in those areas that doesn't even have a single primary schools or coaching centers. So we have been working on that, ensuring quality education through establishing and taking initiatives of indigenous remote areas. And in future, the one project we have recently launched during this pandemic situation, and that plan, that idea actually will be going to cover number 6 and 7, clean water and sanitation, and affordable and clean energy. So these are the things. And also Minju said that in terms of future plans, he mentioned that goal number 10 required inequalities, that will be another reference for. Yeah, that's all from our group.
Nice, nice, great. I feel like a great talk. Anyone else would like to go? A last one before I continue on with the session. Thank you so much, Chandra. I guess that's it. All right. Anyone else intrigued? Yes, yes, go ahead. Oh, who said hi? Wait, I couldn't get you. Ray, do you want to go?
This is Rachel Colin Aquino from Youth for Mental Coalition. We are in breakout room number 22, and we have discussed with other breakout roommates that the Y4MH really fights for the SDG 3, because we are focused on the mental health here in the Philippines. So I've also discussed how mental health is how mental health affects the other SDGs. Well, especially here in the Philippines now, because we're deeply affected by the pandemic because of COVID-19. A lot of people became unemployed and financially challenged. And we also see the rise of suicide cases and even suicide ideations expressed on the social media. So I see how I really see how it is important to have good programs and policies on mental health. So and it also affects poverty. So we should really take into consideration SDG 3, even though it's not a priority of other countries because they're more, for example, poverty or hunger. But maybe organizations can focus on even just one SDG, and let's do it so nicely so other orgs can focus more on other SDGs, right? And there's also the SDG for partnerships, right? So I think that is how we can help each other together. That's all for me.
Nice. Thank you so much for your reviews. Okay. I have like a message from Khan earlier. So he was asking how to choose an SDG. So SDG is basically, again, social development goals are just pointers of what you want to solve in the future. So let's say if you want to solve poverty, so you go ahead with SDGs 1. So choosing one goal to support is a good start, but to take specific actions. However, as I said before, as all of these goals are interlinked, the integratedness principle. So by supporting one goal, your actions will have positive impacts on other goals. So for example, if you want to promote gender equality, goal 5 in your school, so this will also help in a growing economy, goal 8, and quality education. So this is just a view of how they linked up together. So I guess that's clarification. And yeah, so we just continue on with the session. So we're going to dive a little deeper. Let me share my screen. All right. So we're going to dive a little deeper and talk about why SDGs are important. So before I share my view, take some time to think about these questions. Just share and type in the chats of why you think SDGs are important. Or in other words, how would the world be like without SDGs? You can just leave in the comments. I'll just wait for a moment. Let me copy the question. So to keep carrying the world. Nice. What else? Kahon, because it's about saving the virtues in human society. Quite deep. Nice. Shofan, Naga, if I pronounce your name right, to help us solve the tenants issue of the world. Monet, the world would be more chaos without SDGs. I can see that. Yutayasui, the world become an environment with SDGs. Nice. Deep. Peace, tranquility, and in the world. Asa de zaman ini, take care of the planet and people, common language. Literally on the board. Yeah, cool. Some directions I'm making. Nice, nice. Pretty much great answers, really. Nice. The SDGs are like Avengers team to save the world. Okay, I agree with that. Alexander, clarity about desired future. Nice. So yeah, Dayang, Putra, Jordan, yeah, short-term gains, long terms, to track progress. Nice. So great, I really love all the answers. Because SDG failed, we will retrieve. Okay, just feel free to share them, just continue sharing. So one reason why SDG is important, using the keywords on the screen, on your screen right now, is that the SDGs can be useful to find the right words and put them together on an issue you care about or what you want to achieve in the future. And more importantly, the goals are a common language between people, organization, and countries. So what I mean by that, for example, is that when you find someone in the public wearing SDG pin badges, I'm not sure about other countries, but I've seen some in Japan. You can always like have like a thinking that they might be like you, having the same passion, having the same drive, having the same goals of what you plan to solve in the future. Or another example I would give is like when you go to a restaurant, you just glance over, you see the guy beside you order the same food as yours, and you have like the instant connection of like, yeah, good taste, you ordered correctly, this is a great food. It's more or less like a telepathic mind. Not sure whether it's just all of you or it's just me, but anyways, yes, I'm hungry right now. I'm sorry, but the meaning is like to bring along the like-minded people closer, finding the middle ground, and then working on the same goals or a purpose for a better world. So what I plan, I'm not going to go. Okay. So I would like to talk about how we can ensure the goals are reached and how they are monitored without going in too deep. At a global level, the 17 goals and 169 targets of the new agenda of the SDGs are monitored and are reviewed using a set of 230 global indicators. The government will also develop their own national indicators to assist in the monitoring progress made on the goals and the target. Each year, there will be follow-ups and review process informed by an annual SDG progress report prepared by the UN Secretary General, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. You can also check on out the progress online on pages such as SDG Tracker and SDG Index dashboards, which provides a country by country focus. So let me send you a link. Yep, whatever's in the chat box right now. So you can actually go and check to see the progress of your country and other countries itself. So if you want to check out more on what SDGs are, I suggest you visiting SDG Compass, the final link, and you can read more on that. Indicators. So indicators such as the climate action. So this is 13.3.1. All right, I don't. The number of countries that have integrated mitigation. This is just one of it. I'm not going to read all, but yeah, for example, this is just one. So the question is, where are we right now with SDGs? With just under 10 years left to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. And yes, progress is made in many places, but overall, I may say that the action to meet the goals is not yet advancing as we expected them to be, or at the speed or scale required. So 2020, starting from this year, 2020 needs to usher in a decade of ambitious actions to deliver the goals by 2030. With this, the world leaders at the SDG Summit in September 2019, more or less 1 year back, they called out for the decade of action on 3 levels. So basically the 3 levels would be global actions to secure greater leadership, more resources and smarter solutions for SDGs, local actions embedding the needed transition in the policies, budgets, institution, and regulatory framework by the government, of the government, cities and local authorities, and finally, people action to generate an unstoppable movement pushing for the required formation. So what the main core by 2030 decade is that there is a need for action to tackle these specific three issues. I'm just reading out what's listed. So basically, it's to tackle growing poverty, empowering women and girls, and addressing the climate emergency. So these three issues are actually fallen back right now. So we need to carry them up. What else? Oh yeah, okay. So we're already at the end of the session. We're close to the end of the session. So just a quick review and reflection. We've talked about SDGs. We've talked about MDGs. We've talked about the core elements, or what I may say pillars of SDGs, principles of SDGs, and finally the significance of SDGs. On your screen right now, it's my personal SDG action plan. This is just a guideline of it. It's best if you could grab a piece of paper and a pen and list 3 sustainable development goals you care about and 3 actions that you will take in the future. So I'm just going to give you some time to think about it. Feel free to just share in the chats if you want. And I'll just wait. Let's say good health and well-being. Okay. That's fast. Anyone else? Just spam the chat. Spam anything you want. 大丈夫、大丈夫、괜찮아요. A quality education by okay. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name though. Lalbia Nugi. Nice. Okay, Nias 3, 9, 11. Okay. Team Small Roshan. SDGs 3, 8, and 10. Satej, Quality Education. Oswald. Great. Tinvis, Quality Economic Opportunity and Well-being. Sujita, so Quality Education. All right. Phone 3, 9, and G. What's G, man? Oh, 3, 9, and 5. All right. Rostrum 1, 3, and 4. All right. May 5. Yeah, pretty much. I can see the same numbers: 3, 3, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 9. Great. Young Blues. Or 3, 11. So basically, as I said before, everything is interconnected. So if you're going to go for quality education, so you need to think of which part of quality education you would like to proceed, who's your targets and everything. Those kind of aspects will be covered up in the entrepreneurial, which will be managed by my lovely Tanzi. So we're just going to proceed with that later. And right, SDGs 1, 3, 4. Great. Also volunteer, police, nice. And yeah, so if you have any questions in the chat, so you can just spam the chat. What are your main takeaways? And also, I didn't get your question just now. What do you mean by emergencies? Basically, the universality means inclusion of everything, every single situation. So if you could clarify that, it will be great. It will be helpful. We'll have a break in the middle, and then continue on with our next session. So 4:36. Anything else? Oh wait, it's 4:36 my time. Sorry. All right. Michelle, nice. I think I'm done right now. So yeah, I think I'm just waiting for questions. This is the moment for me to test my Japanese. I studied Japanese for like 5 years and Korean for like 4 years.
Wow. I I think you can speak to 1/3 of participants here, either Japanese.
Yeah, I was, I was glad to see a lot of people representing their countries. And there's a lot. Bangladesh, yes. I'm half of the APYE right now. Yeah, I guess since there's no questions right now, so that's all for today. Once again, I'm Keswan Velu. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Usually just connect me to LinkedIn. No problems. You can just collaborate. And it's a pleasure to spend time with you guys here. And I'll pass it to Din Long. And then I'm out. Din Long, Linka.
Hi everyone, I am the female version of Ding Long. You can call me Linka. Yes, K7, can you stop sharing your screen?
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. All right, so we are going to go to a short break. So the next session is scheduled to take place at 6. Wait, let me count the time. So I'm in Bangkok, so Korean time will be in 6:05. But we hope that everyone could be here at 6, so we don't have to delay our session. So we can go for a short coffee break, tea break, snack break, toilet break, everything you want. But for those who wants to stay here for the whole 20 minutes, you can do that. I'm just gonna keep playing Korean pop songs or or Hindi songs, Bengali songs, whatever songs that you request. So I will be your DJ during the break. So feel free to just stay, keep your account logged in. If you need to leave, you can just turn off your video and your mic. And yeah, so we will see you in 20 minutes. So feel free to go, and those who wants to stay and listen to the music, feel free to type your song request in the chat. Oh, do you want me to sing a song? Okay, so Norbud requested Ladarki song. Can you send me the name? I will play it here. Oh, cool. Okay, we have a request. Well, so many requests. It's an Islamic festival, so a special song from Bangladesh.
হরেক রকম মানুষ নিয়ে গল্প বলে যায় কেউ বা দেখো মসজিদে যায় কেউ বা ঠাকুর ঘরে গির্জা মঠ বেগোডার আপন প্রভু সরে কেউ বা বলে নেই খোদা নেই সব আপনি সৃষ্টি আমরা বলি তবে কে ভাই আলে রহমের বৃষ্টি মানছে না তো অনেকে তাকে তবু বাঁচান যিনি সকল প্রাণে অক্সিজেন আর রিজিক বিলান যিনি তিনি মোদের মালিক সোহান আল্লাহ নামে যিনি কেউ বা দেখো মসজিদে যায় কেউ বা ঠাকুর ঘরে গির্জা মঠ প্যাগোডায় আপন প্রভু সরে কেউ বা বলে নেই খোদা নেই সব আপনি সৃষ্টি আমরা বলি তবে কে ভাই ঢালে রহমের বৃষ্টি আনন্দে আর সুখের দিনে দয়ার হয়ে থাকেন যিনি বিপদ আপদ মুসিবতে রহম করেন যিনি তিনি মোদের মালিক সোহান আল্লাহ নামে যিনি কেউ বা দেখো মসজিদে যায় কেউ বা ঠাকুর ঘরে গির্জা মঠ প্যাগোডায় আপন প্রভু সরে কেউ বা বলে নেই খোদা নেই সব আপনি সৃষ্টি আমরা বলি তবে কে ভাই ঢালে রহমের বৃষ্টি
Cool. Okay, so based on the sequence I received, the next one will be Ladaki's song. the next one is from Kaho Start Over. It's a Korean song. Okay, it's all in Korean. I don't know which one is the. Okay, I'm not sure if this is the right one though. Let me share my screen. See if you can help me. Team Small Rongchun. If you're there, let me know which one is the one that you requested. Let me see. Is it this one? Yeah, definitely a good choice. So many people like it. But just disclaimer, I didn't choose it. It was from Rongchun. Okay, so next one is Exist for Love from Aurora. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we don't have enough time to finish it, so I'm gonna play 1 minute per song. So this is Love Myself from BTS. Okay, sorry. Next one is Hello Stranger from Stray Kids.
나 주리쌤이야? 두 눈이 마주친 느낌이 든 순간 멋대로 움직여 거리가 생각은 나른나 어떤 내 꿈인지 무언가만 가득한 너 변한 걸 보이지 않았던 선명해지지 않은 네 모습이 날 부르죠 너무 빼고 꾸역해 칠해진 이 거리 대체로 누굴지 호기심만 가득해 수없이 끌리던 너에게 가는 듯해 돌지 않아 baby 무의식의 직진 생각 없이 맘대로 걸어가지 새로운 바람이 분다 서부러 오는 걸까 낯설지만 차갑지만 해 어느새 바람이 걸어 움직여 지금 어디서 설렐 때고 Hello baby.
Sorry, I'm so brutal. Next one. Oh, this is cute.
সুধী দর্শক মন্ডলী এখন আপনাদের কানে আসতেছে স্টোইক রিসেন্ট গান তো তাড়াতাড়ি আপনাদের টুইন ওয়ানের ভলিউম অন করেন যেটা ফাইটটা যাইতাম মরে গেল yeah Dr. Bekazi and Lana bring it to you live from New York City double on the beat man yeah
Yay. Next one.
ভাইটা খবরে খান দেরি হইয়া যায় আতুল লাগে ঈদের নমাজ ভরিও হালায় ভাইটা খবরে খান এক বছরে দুই আর খুশি আমরা মুসলমান একখান হইল রমজানের ঈদ আরেকটা কুরবান ভাইটা আতি কুলা খান RC freedom of choice খবরে খান হইলেন না দেরি আতুল ভাইটা ঈদের নমাজ ভরিও ফেলি ভাইটা খবরে খান খবরে হইতে আছে দেরি আতর মাইকা ঈদের নমাজ হবি রে পুরি মন খবরে এক বছর দুঃখ খুশি মোরা মুসলমান এক হইল রমজানের ঈদ আরেক কুরবান মন আসি কুলা
Wow, I didn't expect that at the end. Okay, next one. Okay, so apart from the Eid today, it's also the starting point of Christmas for the Philippines friends. So let's hear Christmas in our hearts. Okay, so yes, yes, we're still a few months from Christmas, but I think we have friends from the Philippines can explain how important the Christmas is for the Philippines. So the legend has it that right now, if you go to the shopping mall in the Philippines, you can hear the Christmas song already. But before we start the next session, I want you to, if you can, send a message to remind your friends, your teammates that we're going to start soon. We're going to start in 2 minutes sharp. So please inform them to be here and get ready. I can see that we still have around 15 to 20 people that hasn't joined the room yet. So please help us message and remind your friend that the session is starting soon. So we will play another song and then we will start. Hey, time's up. Thank you so much for recommending the song. I think it's a fantastic way to connect and learn from each other. So once again, happy Eid holiday for brothers and sisters here, and also congratulate for the early celebration of Christmas for brothers and sisters from the Philippines. And yes, I hope you enjoy the break session. So yes, so the next session is starting now. I'm gonna give the floor to our beloved Tanzi. So can I have a round of applause for her? Welcome, Tanzi. Over to you.
Hi everyone. Hi, I'm Tanzi from Bangladesh, and for my introduction, I have been a delegate in APYE in the year of 2017, and then again in 2019 I have been a delegate coordinator, and this time in 2020 I will be your facilitator for the next session, which is about social entrepreneurship. So before I start and we get into the session, I would like to get introduced to all of you. So there is a small energizer. The energizer is a task that write your name on the chat box, but with your name, write name of a food which starts with the last letter of your last name. Sorry, the first letter of your last name. For example, no worries, I'm making it clear. For example, my last name is Tanzi, so it starts with T. So I will write in the chat box, that is Tanzi tomato, because tomato also starts with T. So just write your name so that I know all of your names and also some of the nice and yummy foods, so we can energize ourselves and start. The chat box is yours. Michelle Chandama cherry, Shorab strawberry, okay, Lenka lychee, Chandra watermelon. Okay, I think your last name starts with W. Lavela palette papaya, Kaylin longan, Casey mango. Okay, this task is just making me more hungry. Dinglong dates, okay. Adobo, Filipino adobo is popular Filipino dish in cooking process and Philippine cuisine. Great. Someone wrote sushi. Pasta. Okay. So I hope that we had to wake up from sleep or get rid of the tiredness and close your eyes, think of a food, think of the first letter of our last name. So everyone is energized and ready to get into the session. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Just someone unmute and let me know if you can see the screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
great.
visible.
Okay, so welcome everyone to the session on entrepreneurship. And we are already done with our next slide, which is Energizer. So first of all, as the session is about entrepreneurship, my silly question to all of you, I'm asking it, naming it silly because all of you are here and made your team to here successfully. That means you already know what entrepreneurship is. But still, I'm throwing the question to you. What do you think is entrepreneurship and what do you think is social entrepreneurship? What is the difference? What is the key difference between entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship? By that time, I'm reading the quick definition. Entrepreneurs are the risk takers with imagination who seek to create or identify business opportunities. Social entrepreneurs are those who do that while solving a social or environmental problem. So just one person can answer on the chat box. What do you think is the main difference between entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship? No one? No answers? I think everyone is still thinking about food. Someone write the answer on the chat box. Making money for a good purpose, yes. Sustainable, yeah. Okay, so the basic difference between entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship is entrepreneurship is making money, doing a business, while social entrepreneurship is while you are making money, you are also leaving a positive impact on your society. You are solving a problem, an existing problem. So it's a win-win situation where it's also good for the society. Also, it is giving you money. So moving forward, this slide is not working. Think of an example of entrepreneurs or social entrepreneurs, and what do you think? What makes them entrepreneur? So this is a little trick question because I suppose each of you are entrepreneurs yourself or aspiring entrepreneurs, but not yourself, other than yourself, other than your team members. Close your eyes, think of an entrepreneur that you know, a social entrepreneur that you know, and what do you think? What makes them an entrepreneur? And write on the chat box. Yeah, see, so many questions, so many answers. Action and passion, create something from nothing, entrepreneur, innovative idea, passionate about solving problem. Yeah. Be their own boss. Yes. Okay, so everyone's answer is, of course, correct. There is nothing wrong. What you think that makes a person entrepreneur. So now my question is, why would you want to be an entrepreneur? Of course, as you are here, you are aspiring to be an entrepreneur. You have an idea, you want to make it into a business, an initiative, a venture. So why would you want to be an entrepreneur? You could have been a 9-to-5 job holder, but what makes you think that you want to be an entrepreneur? Okay. Asaduljaman Naim says be their own boss. Yabu Shai says make profit but also be responsible for CSR. Wang says have a certain system to make benefit. Yes. Kesavan says I would like to be my own boss. Okay, boss. To execute my passion to solving social issues. Okay. Tagha wants to be an entrepreneur to improve the lives of the members of her community, of his or her community. No more answers? Come on, there are 100+ people who wants to be entrepreneurs. So write your answers. Why do you think you want to be an entrepreneur? I think maybe some of you haven't think of the question yet, that you were just going with the flow, you just have an idea and you applied, but do you know that why you want to be an entrepreneur? Because the journey would not be smooth, would not be a smooth road. So you have to be very clear, and your intentions have to be very strong, that throughout the whole journey you know why you want to be an entrepreneur. Okay. Norbo says, I want to create economic equality among the people of region. Okay. Lee says, because there is no job such as a lifetime job. Okay. So I guess everyone has their own reasons to be an entrepreneur. For myself, if I was asked this question, being an entrepreneur, I would answer, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur because I wanted to do something new, something creative, something different than the conventional. So this is one thing that made me dream to be an entrepreneur. So now the favorite part of everyone, that is breakout rooms. Now you all will be sent out in different breakout rooms. And the motto behind this breakout room is that we really would like you all to think deeper and dig deeper into your intentions, why you want to be an entrepreneur, what is entrepreneurship, and what qualities you think make a person an entrepreneur. So there are 3 questions that you will be discussing with your team member into the breakout room. I will be sending the 3 questions into the rooms, no worries. So you will get 15 minutes. First, talk to your team member in the breakout room and then discuss these 3 questions. I hope you enjoy the time.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. If you can check if you receive the breakout room notification at the bottom of the Zoom. So you click on the bottom of the breakout rooms and then you can go to the breakout room from there. Sometimes the notification won't pop up. You have to find the bottom. It's in your Zoom interface. Just click on the breakout rooms bottom and then it will shows that you have been assigned to a breakout room. So you can go to the breakout room from there. Yes, so for those who got disconnected and want to go back to your breakout rooms, you just need to find the breakout room buttons at the bottom of your breakout rooms. And then you will, if you cannot find the bottom, let me know.
Hi, everyone. It's okay, you don't need to write hi back. Just unmute yourself and give a hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, this is nice. It's really warm here. How was your discussion?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, the discussion was amazing. Amazing. You also entered the room too.
Yeah, I was sneaking into rooms like a creep and overhearing people discussing.
So cheeky.
Do we have any volunteer who wants to share the experience in the breakout room and share with us what you have been talking, what you discussed about entrepreneurship?
Can I share Team 14?
Yeah, sure.
Our Team 14 said that entrepreneurship is solving the problems in a different way, not a regular. So we can find some ways in social community like that and see how to solve the problems directly. And we find that the social entrepreneur is like a social, like NGOs or like Steve Jobs, who are a CEO of some IT companies like that. So we conclude it like that.
Okay. Any more volunteers for any other group?
Hi, is it okay if I share?
Yeah, sure. Hi, go on. Yeah, so maybe after Kenny, you can share. We have 2 volunteers.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Kenny from the Philippines. I think someone else is talking, but yeah, so our group really discussed the difference between being a regular entrepreneur and a social entrepreneur. And for a lot of us, it was really the act of putting your all into your idea, really selling your idea and knowing the people who you want to serve and who might be interested in what you have to offer. And so for us, we have a lot of people in our group who are entrepreneurs and who may also be future entrepreneurs.
Great. And next volunteer, Niyamat?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, this is Namat and I'm from Bangladesh. So we
Hi.
were from group Breakroom 8. Hello, Breakroom 8. So I have Jion from South Korea. So we have talked about the 3 questions and we got so many solution and ideas regarding the entrepreneurship. The main point was how we can help to our country to develop and to solve the problem with new idea. It was our focus point about the entrepreneurship. And we have talked about an entrepreneur in our country and in my country and their country. So we have learned some of the novel initiatives that are solving the problem in our countries. So it was very good to exchange the views, to exchange the entrepreneurship meaning, and to how we are tackling the challenges. It was very nice to hear from Jion. So I wish I could hear from the rest 2 of my friends, but maybe they were facing the internet connection problem. And finally, we talked about why we want to be an entrepreneur, and that was amazing part that we have. We have a common goal that we want to solve the problem, but with different and diverse idea that can make us sustainable and impactful work towards the problems in our society. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, so this was the motto behind the breakout sessions, that we usually do not look into the social businesses in a different manner because we think they're just another business. But when we think of, we have to find out a social business around us, and then we can see that some of the business that are already around us and they are actually solving some social problem and contributing towards the betterment of the society. So I really hope that everyone enjoyed the discussion, and a few of the group members had internet issues. That's okay. That is step one of being an entrepreneur, that you always face struggles and problems, but you overcome them. Okay, so I'm sharing the screen again. Just someone unmute and tell me if you can see the screen.
Yeah, can see the screen.
Can see the
Great.
screen. Yes, I can.
So this part talks about the influences, the traits and the qualities that we think every entrepreneur should have. Not all the qualities, but these are the qualities that make a person a successful entrepreneur. For example, optimism, leadership, flexibility, and communication. Me being a social entrepreneur, I would say the only quality out of this whole box I have, that is optimism. I look into everything with a positive point of view, and I think, yeah, this can be solved, this can be done. So this is one thing that I think, I guess, makes a person strong and ready to be an entrepreneur. So these are a few examples of which qualities and traits makes a person a successful entrepreneur. Moving forward, this is a very much exploring task, the next slide, which so maybe you all can just look into the box. Think about which three among these are your three strengths and which three things you need to improve. For example, if I was asked this question, I would always say my three strengths are optimism, communication, and I am flexible, so flexibility. The three things that I need to improve is on my business knowledge, on my negotiation ability, and my ability to deal with unexpected. These are three things because I always freak out when something unexpected happens. So for each of us, take a moment for yourself. Think which three things are your strengths and which three things you need to improve. So these are a few steps that makes you closer for being an entrepreneur, because we never actually think of what are our own qualities and on what we need to work on. So just chat box is yours. Give answers and flood the chat box with your answers. Okay, so Alimuzaman Nayan says he thinks business knowledge, proactive, and communication is his strong points. Okay, these are very important qualities. Kathleen Shia says her strengths are critical thinking, negotiation, and planning and organizing. Norbo says creative, passionate, and optimist. Okay, that's great. No more answers? Strengths, team small things, their strengths are, oh, there's a lot of answers now. Right, let me scroll up. The things that they think they need to improve is critical thinking, leadership, and business knowledge. Lim thinks his or her strengths are optimism, self-directed, and endurance. Troy thinks the strengths are negotiation, business knowledge, and flexibility. Chandra, sorry, I lost your answer. Yeah. John says three things I need to improve is business knowledge, flexibility, and endurance. Okay. So, see, we all have our own strengths that makes us an entrepreneur. And we all also need to work on and improve some of the traits that will be helpful for us in our journey to be an entrepreneur. So I really hope that you take your time, you find out your strengths and weaknesses, and make a list of which things you want to improve first. So I'm moving forward from this slide. Chandra Tripura says 3 things she needs to improve is business knowledge, critical thinking, ability to deal with unexpected. Great. I think we all need to improve that part. Okay. As you are here today, I suppose each of you are either entrepreneur or dreaming to be an entrepreneur. So now we have to start thinking like an entrepreneur. There are 2 situations. The 2 situations are based on struggles faced by entrepreneurs. The slide are for you to read, and just read the situations. Put yourself in the position of the entrepreneur and find out a solution. Do not write your answer on the chat box. Just read the situation and think yourself as the entrepreneur, her or himself. Okay, for the convenience of everyone, I will be reading out the situations. Situation number 1 is your business in the local market has been focusing on making jewelry for tourists for many years. As a well-known tourist attraction, the market has many visitors and jewelry shop is a popular souvenir. Jewelry is a popular souvenir. Recently, many other businesses have started selling jewelry too. So business is not as good as it used to be. At the same time, the demand for different types of handicraft items have gone up as many tourists keep asking for it. So this is a situation, and being an entrepreneur, you think of the situation as a problem. Because when you are selling jewelries and the demand suddenly goes down, and when suddenly people ask for different types of products, so this is a problem for you, right? So put yourself in the shoes of the entrepreneur number 1, and in the situation number 2, there is another business that has been selling bread and pastries to neighborhood for many years. Recently, many neighbors have complained because the bread is often bad and not very tasty. The community feels that they want something new. So I am the bread seller. I sell bread and pastries in my neighborhood for many years. Recently, I'm receiving complaints and negative reviews that the bread is not tasty enough, or it's often going bad, and the community demands for something new. So being an entrepreneur, this is also a problem for me. So now that each of you are aware of both of the situation, you will be sent out into breakout rooms again. And sorry, I think, yeah, you will be sent out into breakout rooms again. And first, discuss with your team member and choose any one of the situation, either the situation number 1 or situation number 2, and put your whole team in the shoes of the entrepreneur, and what would you do? As a 21st century entrepreneur, make sure you come up with an innovative and creative solution, because modern problems need modern solutions, right? So you will be sending out to breakout rooms. Make sure you discuss and you participate in the group discussion. And again, just in case anyone is wondering why this task is here, it is here for us to prepare to be an entrepreneur, to think from a perspective of an entrepreneur, and also to think that when we are starting a business, there are unexpected situations. So what ideas, what solutions we would come up with for solving the problem.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you guys.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
So we're all back to the main session.
Almost, we are.
Okay. So can I have one volunteer from any team who would like to share
AI
your
from 30.
solution? Yeah, sure. Go
Okay,
on.
this is Tawfiq from Bangladesh.
Hi,
In,
Tawfiq.
okay, in my group we are 7 people to 7 buddies together. So here they discuss the different things, situation 1 and 2. Most of us they are choosing situation 2. Only me who are stuck in situation 1. I don't know why, but yes, they are definitely good in their ideas. They want to work with that. They came out when they came out with different ideas to make the things really good to the community. Just because of that, now it is more important to take the food to give to survive uh, in days. So, in the meantime, my thing was if we could go to work with the product, the jewelry and the handicrafts, we can make each other, to merge each other and make a new product. Then there a little bit something different will may come, but there have different obstacles as well that the owner should take that risk. May yes, may or no. In the meantime, the other people want to work with it or not. Just because of that, the tourist uh, things are recently off now just because of COVID-19 issue. So all are choosing the situation too. They want to work with that. So I think I should move on situation two now. That's all for our
Okay,
discussion.
that's great. So another volunteer from any other group?
Yeah, I can share my experience on that.
Yeah. So before sharing your experience,
Yeah,
suppose
yeah.
I am your customer. I have been
Okay.
buying breads from your shop for a very long time, and I have one day I have come to your shop and I complained that the breads are not tasty anymore. Now,
Okay.
what are your stands on this?
Okay, so I would like to take some feedback from you that if you say that the bread is not tasty enough, that suggest me some good ideas. Like what kind of taste you want? Do you want some chocolatey or vanilla one or some plain? Do you want to take something more with breads like some nuggets or something else? What should I say? I should say some more foods. You can take some drinks from me. I think those juices are very good. You can try them. Would you like to take that?
Okay, I'm convinced.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So if anyone else wants to share, you can just write your solution to the chat box. If someone think the solution that they came up with is very innovative, creative, and something very amazing, you can unmute yourself and share. Yeah, of course. Sure.
Actually, from my view, it's my team was coming with different kind of solution. Even I was thinking some sorts, but I haven't found any way to solve the problem without investing more. If we want to solve the problem, like we were planning to develop a innovation hub at the behind of the shop where we'll develop more designs. It could be like a chain restaurant where tourists will come to buy food because they're tourists, they must need food. Belonging with food, they will also purchase my jewelers. They will get a chance I will get a chance to display my jewelers and handicraft to them. It's a way, but it
Yeah.
takes much more money to invest on. Okay. So I don't know, maybe we can develop some brochure, what should I say, publicity materials to show them that what kind of different products we have to give them. Okay. But this
Yeah.
takes much more investment from the owners. So
Okay.
I was
So
expecting to
basically,
find out another way where owner doesn't need to invest much more.
great. Yeah, that
Sorry.
makes really sense. Makes really sense. I also agree with the point that in order to come up with any solution, the first step we need to take is the market research. We have to go for a survey, ask for feedback, or maybe one day we can invite all our close customers, regular customers to come over and have a discussion with them why they are not liking the taste of the bread anymore. Yeah.
No, I was talking about the first situation where there is the tourist market. It seems like I don't have any permanent customer. So how could I actually find out such as ways? One of my team member was saying that we can develop some subscription style that if you purchase 2 or more handicrafts from my shop, man, that the guy gonna take your whole shop from another country to another one. So you're gonna lose your products. Okay. So yeah, it's a critical way.
Exactly. So, of course, these situations are critical. This is why these are given to you to think like an entrepreneur and find out a solution. So, for being an entrepreneur, there are problems and struggles like that. These are unexpected, but you will have to come up with solution. If I was asked that question, I would say for the situation number 1, along with jewelries, I will keep some handicraft items in my shop, as these are demanding for the foreigners for the foreigners. And also I might keep souvenir gifts that tourists usually buy, which can increase the demand of my shop. For the second situation where I am the bread seller, I would go for first I would go for a survey what my customers are demanding, what new on the taste they want. So of course, if we don't know what the market demands, we cannot give the best and give the product that they are wanting. So these tasks were to think like entrepreneurs, and I really hope that we all could put ourselves in their shoes. In some groups, it was really interesting that group members were discussing like they are stuck in the situation and they were talking in louder voice. So yeah, you will always have to discuss and storm over a cup of tea with your team members when you are an entrepreneur. So you have already shared your idea. Now this is brainstorming business ideas. In the screen, you can see that there are examples of a few business ideas: selling handicrafts or garments, start a restaurant or coffee shop, trade different types of goods, grow and sell crops, and software or mobile app. So among these 5 business ideas, don't write your answer on the chat box, but before, just select one of the business idea for yourself. Imagine that you will have to do any of the business. You will have to start any of this business for yourself from next month, from the month of September. So which business would you start? Do not write your answer. And now, whichever business you have selected for yourself, connect it with a solution, a problem, a social problem, that how you can make this conventional business into a social business. For example, if I choose that I want to sell handicrafts or garments from next month, now I will have to find out a way how my handicrafts business can be a social business. So if I think of it, the handicrafts business can be a social business if the handicrafts are made by indigenous people, by tribal people. So these are somehow contributing and helping, supporting the community in the tribal areas who are located in marginalized areas. So just like this, select a business idea and connect it with a social problem. And what is your business idea now? So the chat box is yours, write your answer. No answers? Have you selected? It's not a breakout session. You just have to write your answer on the chat box. Okay, so I will be sending the first answer in the group chat. Is selling handicraft. Okay, so Taka has answered that she or he will go for the business software app, design apps that will help in good education. Okay, this will contribute to the SDGs where we talk about the quality education. Team small will start a business of GRE crops. Okay, how is this? How is it a social business? Growing crops, make it a social business. Sarah says start a coffee shop by only using fair trade products. Great, this is a great idea. Team small says grow and sell crops. Okay, so maybe while you are growing and selling crops, these crops can be grown organically. So this is contributing to the social problem that we have so much chemicals in our fruits and vegetables. So somehow connected with a social problem. Tripura says she will start a restaurant. Okay, Kesavan, starting a cafe with local delicacies. It is empowering the local community when you are starting a cafe with local delicacies. Rachel will start a business of new normal essentials like personal protective equipments. Yeah, okay, this is very time demanding. Norbo will start growing organic crops. Great. Why is everyone growing organic crops or starting restaurants? There are other 3 options. You can make a mobile app, you can sell handicrafts, you can trade different types of goods.
App development is now being so much pathetic. It's like our Play Store is full of junks. So developing app and promoting that is much more challenging, I guess.
Yeah, you can still start an app that maybe helps a community that needs your support. For example, the app can be something that helps. How can it? Okay, that's your part. That's your job. Find out how an app can be a social business, how it can contribute for betterment of society. Okay, Hinako says handicraft ethical furniture brand. Nice. I really like this idea. Rustam says software mobile app promoting. Okay. Rustam says promoting traditional clothes, for instance, Nala clothes of people in, yeah. So you can always promote and sell traditional and cultural products through a mobile app or through a software. So it is empowering the culture, empowering the community. See, this is how you have to think when you want to be a social entrepreneur, that you are not only doing a business, but how your business can be of benefit for the society, how it can contribute towards the sustainable development goals, how it will be improving the life of at least one person. So not one person you that you will be earning money, but someone else than you, how someone else can be benefited from your business. So produce organic products. Okay, in this topic, I would like to share my experience with social entrepreneurship. I have a small venture that sells handicraft products. The handicrafts are made by marginalized women, the women who lives in marginalized communities. So we first train them. We train them on handicrafts, and then we take orders from the urban areas, from cities and from shops and corporate orders, and then we make those things from them. So this is how we are connecting the dots between a rural area, a rural problem, to urban demand. And we can empower and give financial solvency to a woman in a marginalized community where she doesn't have the opportunity to work or the opportunity to earn money. So this is how I could just sell handicrafts. That would be a business. But when I am making the handicrafts from them, it is becoming a social business. So I hope the idea of difference between entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship is clear to everyone. Now, I really believe that all of you has made your positions up to here, so you know what are the 5 P's of marketing. So just a quick review on on that. The 5 P's of marketing are the product, place, price, promotion, and people. So for example, you are, if you have 2 options of either selling cookies in the market or selling something very unique or cookies that has new flavors that no one has in your city, in your area. So which one would be a good option? Of course, the second one, which has new flavors on it. So this is the one of the P of marketing, that what goods or services you are selling to your customers. It has to create the demand. It has to be in demand of people whom you are selling the product or service to. Place is where and how you are going to sell your products and services. The place is very important. If you start selling branded clothes in a slum area, of course, that would not make a business. So whenever you are starting a business, you are looking for its location, its place, and the target community. You have to think of the place connecting to your goods or services. So example, if I have a shop, if I have an empty shop and I want to start a business in that shop, and the shop is located nearby a school area. So what would be the best option of business to start on that area? Of course, bookshop or stationery shop, not a garments shop, not a branded clothing shop. So this is where you think of the place as well, because the place matters. The price, how much will you charge your customers for your goods or services? So the price doesn't always mean that the prices of your product or your service has to be cheap or cheaper than the existing, but it means that if the prices are exclusive, your service or your product has to be exclusive as well. So your price has to be justified, and also your price should be well aligned with your target customer. So if you are selling exclusive products, of course, the market that you are targeting has to be exclusive customers as well. For the promotion is very important. Of course, we all know that in this era, promotions are everything that a business needs. Not everything, but it holds a big part of the business. So how will you attract and inform customers about your goods or services? Plan accordingly. Plan your marketing ideas, plan your promotional activities. So this is how it helps your business to grow. And while you start promoting, you receive feedbacks. Even when you promote your idea, that you share your idea with any of your friend or with a person you think might be your customer. So when you share your idea with the person and you receive a feedback, this is how you grow and you know what to change, what people want from you. And the fifth P is people who can help you make your business a success. So these are not the target audience. These people are your resources. For example, so many of you have talked about you want to start a restaurant. So if you want to start a restaurant, you have to think of who are the people who will be supplying fresh vegetables and fruits or milk from the dairies for my restaurants every day. So these are the people, these are the resources that you have to connect with, and they will be helping you to build up a successful business. So moving forward, of course, you all are here with your own idea. So think about 5 P's of your idea. So this can be an answer from each team that what are the 5 P's of your idea? And these are the 5 P's. Okay, so I think everyone is bored and tired a bit. So if you don't feel like writing your answer in the chat box, you can just unmute yourself and share your answer. So first you have to pitch your idea, what idea you are here with, and then what are the 5 P's of your idea. Come on guys, this is the chance to pitch your idea. Okay. Lee says not bored, just thinking. Take your time. Oh, no, it's not a breakout session. It's an open session.